Well, everybody, the holiday break is over and the Champions League is back. We've only got 2 league phase match days left and time is starting to run out for teams to get the top 8 past to the round of 16 to make the knockout playoffs or, if not, be eliminated. So today the stakes are certainly high and it is time to take care of business. At the San Siro, Premier League leaders Arsenal visit Serie A leaders Inter Milan. The Gunners are looking to stay perfect in the Champions League, but the Nerazzurri have lost 2 straight and now need to stop. Over in North London, under fire Spurs boss Thomas Frank could use 3 points against Borussia Dortmund tonight, but Niko Kovac's side could crack the top 8 with a good result this evening. Coming into the day, only 6 points separated third place from 24th in the table, so there are key games in Portugal, in Spain, England, Italy, and also up above the Arctic Circle where Manchester City are taking on Bodo Glimt in one of the earlier games. In Denmark, there's an elimination 6-pointer as Copenhagen hosts Napoli, and at the crossroads of Europe and Asia, Kairat Almaty played their last home game against Bruges tonight. That game in Kazakhstan is already over. Bruges cruise. Everybody, the first show in 2026. We are back. We are back. Welcome. We'll talk about Manchester City in a second. There's obviously something happening there. But it's a new year. It's 2026. It's usually a good time to reset, isn't it? But we think we should also recap where we're at with this show. So as you know, for some time now, Micah has been asking our guests to name their favourite on the show. And we've had mixed results. The esteemed likes of David Beckham and Pep Guardiola I don't really like to mention, but they have surprisingly named me, Kate Scott, as their favourite. Perhaps not so surprisingly, the man next to me, Thierry Henry, has been named by, well, just about everybody, over 90% of the guests, including the likes of Lamine Yamal and Bukayo Saka. Jamie Carragher, he's had a single vote, a sympathy vote from Kasper Schmeichel. So that one brings me to Big Meeks. Outside of Man City's Phil Foden and Gigi Donnarumma, not too good, really. So you would think that the lifelong Arsenal fan, newly elected mayor of New York City, Zoran Mamdani, would surely pick the king, Thierry Henry. But never know, do you? Should we find out, Micah?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, should we find out?
Got me all excited, and it goes to Thierry Henry. I know what's coming.
Oh, come on!
And I wonder if you have a favourite on the desk.
Look, I have to say, Thierry, as an Arsenal fan, he's been an inspiration for me for a long time. But I do have a soft spot for Big Meeks.
Another vote.
Lovely!
Yes.
Lovely jumblies!
That cheered you up.
Yes, but this result is not cheering me up.
Do you know who that was?
Yeah, that's the mayor of New York.
You did know. Okay.
Of course I know.
I was checking your tracking. I'm checking your
I
following.
follow my politics, don't you worry.
Do you? Okay.
Oh, that's the bar! What is going on?
Well, talk to us about what is going on in this
I
game.
don't know
Manchester
what-
City currently is still 3-1 down at the moment.
Bodo Glimt have had a goal disallowed. The counter-attack. It's all doom and gloom. Never like to start the show like that, but...
No, I know, but what can
Team's
we do?
3-1
They haven't
down.
won a game yet this season in the Champions League, I don't think, Bodo Glimt, by the way. So this would be their first win as well,
way to
coming
rub it
against
in.
Manchester
Yeah,
City.
brilliant, yeah.
Well,
Good
just
stats to have right now, isn't it?
sharing stats.
Yeah.
Everybody good? It's nice to have you all back. You're busy, are you? What's going on in your iPad?
Yeah, when you said they'd only won the first game, so I was actually looking where they
Checking.
were in the league table. So
and where
they
are
came
they?
into, if they win this, they'd be on 6 points, but still wouldn't only put them 26th in the table. So they must have came in at, let's see, they would have been 32nd in the table coming into this game, and they beat Man City, who were 4th in the table.
Ready for table time?
Oh, I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, you know what? I might not be ready for table time.
Why?
Why?
I had a knee operation 10 days ago.
Did you?
Did you?
Are you know why
okay?
you've been missing?
Yeah.
I've not seen you for 2 months.
I know.
Have you been on crutches?
No, I don't have crutches in Liverpool. I just got me. I had my cartilage shaved.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Are you using the bike? What do you have to do for
No, just a few
recovery?
exercises each day on my leg, and they want you walking, want you going. But obviously, I can't do the gym now. So at the moment, I'm on a challenge of trying to do 100 press-ups for every day for 90 days.
For 90 days?
Wow.
Yes. So, and I'll tell you exactly.
When did you start it? Like how far into the challenge
About
are
10 days ago. But I've got to keep going until I've got it on my phone. I think it's.
Can Kate sub in for you for table time?
Yeah,
If you can't,
we'll
if you
go
can't
with
do
that.
it, you're not like...
Basically, I've got
Kate's
to
unavailable.
keep going until.
Unavailable.
Should we do the salsa?
Still unavailable.
Yeah.
Take your time, Jamie.
No, I just let me get
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, look, 100 press-up challenge, 90 days. So I started on the 26th of December, and I've got to go to the 24th of March.
So do you do them in sets of 20 or do you do them
I just get out my first set as much as I can do.
Okay.
So I'm going up slowly. So I've done 50 this morning in one go. And then it was 20, so that got me to 70. 15.
Usually.
Yeah,
85,
and then another 15.
15, 20, give
Good. Well,
17.
production are ready for us to move on anyway. It's a big football day today, with the marquee match, of course, being the top 8 showdown that we've got for you between Inter Milan and Arsenal. We've got Anita Jones with us as well. She is pitchside at the San Siro. We're going to hear from her in a few. Maybe she could sub in for table time.
Yeah.
Let's find out. I'm sure Anita's got some moves. At the other end of the table, Copenhagen host Napoli in an elimination 6-pointer, and it is also a home game for Peter Schmeichel, getting a pre-match conversation in with Antonio Conte. Hopefully he will find some time to talk to us later as well. We'll find out what they were talking about. The return of the league phase sees the stakes continuing to rise, and there are plenty of big teams and star players looking for crucial points tonight. We're going to talk all of that and more after this short break. Boom. Did we all see the wink? Did we all clock the wink there?
He always does that.
Suave,
He does
Rico
what he's
Suave.
doing.
I know. Classic TT, wasn't it? Putting on a show for Arsenal at the San Siro back in November 2003. Fast forward then to tonight, and the Gunners are looking to make it 7 wins in a row in the league phase. It is a different story for Inter Milan right now. They've lost their last 2 Champions League games, and they need to get back on track to stay in the top 8. Apparently we got the wink ready for you guys. Take a look at this again if you didn't see it. Here we go.
Oh, great.
Can we see the wink? Oh, wait, hold on. I thought we were looking at the... Oh, we're all very confused here.
See, they wanted to get the
First
smirk.
day back.
Different pages.
It's all right.
I thought we were going to see the wink again.
No, they put the smirk.
Yes, they did. Well, it's a good second best. Anyways, out to Anita, because she's there in Milan for us. Anita, we're back. It's good to see you.
Anita!
Hey family, lovely to see you guys. Obviously the last time we were all together was back in December when we had that double header with the Women's Champions League crew. Micah gave me a bit of stick, saying that I wasn't up to par with my fashion, but your girl is back. How do you rock it?
So basically you've come in fur.
Yes.
I mean, it's faux fur. But yes, we're doing well. And, I had a chance to hit the streets of Milan. It's been Fashion Week here. We're in the fashion capital. I had to check out some of the shops. Mike, I'm hoping you're going to send me some of that Netflix money, though, to go clear my purchases,
Ooh, Celine, yes.
I didn't
buy
get an
anything?
answer there. You going to send me some of the Netflix money or what?
What's this?
Yeah, just the #1 pod in the UK.
Oh,
Netflix
Oh,
deal
is that
out
what it
with-
is? Oh, the Netflix deal for the podcast that no one listens to. Honestly. I don't know anyone who listens to it.
I do,
Anywho,
Micah, I can assure you, I do. But anyway, as you said, Kate, we are here at the San Siro for this top 8 showdown. In terms of Inter Milan, they really are trying to turn a page. It's back-to-back losses. But I guess the real storyline is that they lost here last time against Liverpool, another Premier League team. They won't want to be doing that today. And of course, this is a team that made 2 of the last 3 Champions League finals. They want to be getting to those latter stages of the competition and maybe actually lift the trophy in these years. In terms of Arsenal, I think the Arsenal fan base will probably have a collective sigh of relief when you look at the team news. Arteta has made some rotations, 7 changes from the side that drew away at Nottingham Forest in the Premier League at the weekend. That could probably be with an eye on that game against Manchester United in the Premier League coming up. But they really need to try and get back to scoring ways. Arsenal in the Premier League haven't scored in back-to-back games, and fans are starting to wonder what is going on behind this slump when it comes to their attacking players. So yeah, hopefully we'll get goals. But last time these 2 sides met last season, it was Inter took all 3 points, and it was just the 1-0.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Anita. Good to see you. We'll be back with you very shortly. Before we talk about this game, we can show you the wink. It took us a minute, but here we go. Here's the famous wink. Look at this. Watch out.
I am Thierry. I am Thierry Henry. Listen, Vavavoom. I'm so cool. Eh?
Inter Milan, top of the table right now in Italy. Do you kind of look at that and see that as a case of Inter being in good form, or kind of the other teams lacking some consistency that should be rivaling them in the league?
I see it as Inter as the best squad, and that's about it. At the moment, the way they're playing is not the best. They find a way to go back at the top of the league. I do think that Milan should be doing way more, having one game a week and the team that they have. But, you know, they are battling, and I would say that the team that I enjoy to watch the most at the moment in Italy is Como. Yes, I know people will say that, but if you're being honest with what's happening, yes, it is Como. Simone Inzaghi used to make this team play way better than Christian Kivu. You have to also say that when you arrive at a new club, you want to also make it your way, and you find a way to be at the top of the league at the moment. So just, you know, the bad result recently in the Champions League. And they beat Arsenal last year. Okay, it wasn't the same coach. So let's see where he is against a good team, and let's see also where Arsenal is at the minute, also playing against a good team away from home.
It's not normal, is it, when you see a team like Como so far up the Serie A table? I mean, do you think they'd be able to hold on to the coach?
Oh, I don't know. You need to ask people that are in charge. Do you make the decisions? No, I can answer right now, my analyst. So after the game, after all the show, I can talk to you. Good try, though.
If people at home don't know, who owns Como, Thierry?
Not me.
Well, partially.
Let's move on. What do you think of the game tonight?
I think Inter Milan will beat Arsenal.
Oh, okay.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm looking at the
Looking
teams.
at the lineup?
Even though Arsenal beat Bayern?
I just look at the lineups. Listen, it's certainly not Arsenal's strongest team, and the top of this table now. They've got a big game at the weekend, as you just mentioned, against Manchester United. But when I look at the team of Inter Milan, I think Arsenal will do well to get a result here tonight.
Ooh, wow. No, I think Arsenal do it.
Based on?
Just based on morale and them being top of the Premier League, knowing how to win. Yeah, they don't score that many goals, but set pieces, they're always a threat. And I think players who come into the team have got something to prove. I'm looking at Eze as well. Eze's not started for a couple of games now. He's been frustrated. When he got that hat-trick against Spurs, his confidence was high. Now it's a big game for him tonight.
All right, well, we'll see. After the break, we're going to turn from the top of the table to the wrong end of the table. Copenhagen host Napoli tonight. Both of those teams on 7 points, both of them in need of an urgent win this evening. We'll talk about the threat of elimination that's coming up after this break. Welcome back to London, everybody, the capital city of a country that loves football and also loves its tabloid headlines. And during the Champions League break, we saw plenty of those, not just here in England, though. Some of them involve football's biggest names. Take a look, everybody. Well, before we move on with this match day, we do want to just spend a little time talking about Sunday's Africa Cup of Nations final. It was controversial. There were chaotic scenes, a missed Panenka, and ultimately then Senegal beating Morocco in extra time. There's so many different aspects of that game to discuss because it was crazy, Thierry. But how do you reflect on the final?
First and foremost, I want to give you a little background with me and the African Cup of Nations, and I will come obviously to what happened to the tournament and the final. So I started to watch the African Cup of Nations in '88, and he was actually in Morocco. That one was in Morocco. I think Cameroon won it against Nigeria in the final. Some names you will remember. Roger Milla was playing in that team. Joseph Antoine Bell. Exactly. But some I grew up watching it because where I'm from, in my neighborhood, that's how it was. You watch the African Cup of Nations. You know, some guys will talk about Lakhdar Belloumi, that was a very famous player in Algeria. You will have a guy like Abdoulaye Traoré. His nickname is Ben Badi for the Ivory Coast. And then I can mention the guys also that came to play in Europe, Didier Drogba, Samuel Eto'o, JJ Okocha and whatnot. That was always, for me, a tournament that I enjoyed to watch because you could see skills, great teams, and a good tournament. Really, that's my view, that's my opinion. I just wanted to say that because it's important. So I watched it. I watch also this competition. I will always watch it. So to go back to the final and the competition, first and foremost, the competition was outstanding. Outstanding. Morocco did a great job in terms of the infrastructure, the stadium, the hotels were excellent. Now we go to the final. What you saw, the reaction of the team of Senegal wanting to leave the field was wrong. That's not the image that you want to give, not only for African football, for any football. You don't want to do that. Do I understand the frustration of how it happened in the final, and what happened just before, and then the penalty, and AFCON trophy when he said he was going to stop? But I want to go back to a point here, which is very important. For me, again, I go back because I want to say it again. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see a team leaving the field. Do I understand the frustration? Yes. The way they went about it? No. And for me, that's not going to define how the tournament was. Only thing that I would say, though, watching the AFCON for a very long time, the referees are not at the level of the show. All the stuff that happened in those tournaments sometimes are made because of referee mistakes. And I'm not blaming the referee, I'm blaming the people that are not training them to be at the level of the football that we're watching. And that's about it. Other than that, like I said so many times, it was a great tournament. It became a tiny bit more interesting from the quarterfinals, okay? But I will always watch the African Cup of Nations. That is not what you want to see, but I personally won't stay on what I saw at the very end because the tournament was good. And the celebration of Senegal, it's nice to see Sadio Mane again finishing like that. And you know, as you, I know you want to say maybe something about Sadio Mane and what he has achieved in his career.
Yeah, he's had an amazing career, isn't he? And obviously, what the situation that happened in the final as well. Obviously, bringing his teammates back on. You've seen him spoken to El Hadji Diouf there, but you mentioned about the referees there. Could there not be a case where you actually bring some of the top European referees?
I understand. No, it has to be. You have to give African referees a chance. It is an African tournament. It has to be African referees. I'm talking about sending someone, or I don't know, to put them to a certain level, because you can see there's mistake and more mistakes all the time. And it does tarnish a bit the tournament. And people always blame, you know, the tournament. It's not the tournament's fault. It's not the players' fault. It's not the team's fault. It is something that I think needs to change in order to have a better tournament, the referees.
Yeah, so Morocco, the losing finalists, it was a bad night at home for them on Sunday. Manchester United, though, had a great one on Saturday, 2-0 win in the Manchester derby. We know that they are not in Europe, but with all the turmoil that's been around the team, we do have to talk to Peter Schmeichel about it and give you an opportunity to say a very good evening to Micah Richards. Peter.
Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year, everyone. And I hope you started the year well, all of you. But yes, I mean, what a performance that was. And I mean, it's been years we've been longing for a performance like that, and it came on Saturday in the derby. And you know, everyone who supports Man United are very, very happy. He can continue that. But the next game is Arsenal away, so big test coming up again.
Yes, it is. Peter, before we move on, can we all just say this is the hair length for you? I think we all agree.
Yeah, we like it.
You look very sharp. It looks good. You're at home today. You're in Copenhagen. You got the game against Napoli. We were spying on you earlier, and we got to see you talking to Antonio Conte. Can you share anything about what was said in that conversation?
Yeah, well, I said to him, are you happy with Rasmus Højlund? And he says, whoa, what a fantastic player he is. What a lot of potential there's still in him. And then he went, I just don't understand why you would give a player like that away. And then he added to that, and by the way, also Scott McTominay. And I can only agree with him. It is a little bit sad. I mean, they're warming up just behind me here. It's a little bit sad to see those two players warming up for Napoli and not for Manchester United.
Peter, just a last little one, mate. I'm thinking of a little trip to Greenland. I know you're obviously from Denmark. You know it really well. Any tips and advice for me?
I think, Jamie, that is a fantastic idea. And if it's a one-way trip, I will gladly pay for the ticket.
Peter, good to see you. Looking good. OK, everybody. Real Madrid, they are also in action this evening. Of course, as you know, expectations and overreactions, they are par for the course at the Bernabeu. Since the last show that we had with you in December, Xabi Alonso is out as manager, and tonight Alvaro Arbeloa is going to... All right, let's work our way through the talking points here. We'll start with Alonso's departure from Real Madrid. This is a Real Madrid legend and one of the most highly rated kind of young coaches in world football right now. Did the situation, and I did feel I didn't feel Xabi would still be in charge after the winter break. I know that sort of happened, so why would I be surprised? But I think on the back of, you know, it improved. The Barcelona game, they lost, but they played particularly well. Unfortunate not to get, take it to, I think, to extra time and penalties. Yeah, I actually think it's probably better for Xabi to be out of it, to be honest, because he went in with an idea, his idea, and it quickly became apparent that he wasn't going to be allowed to
coach the way he wanted to, or set up the team the way he wanted to. There was obviously problems with certain players who didn't want to buy into that idea. So I actually think it was better for him, because even if he had success, or the season had gone on, they'd maybe won the title, I think deep down he would have known almost, this is not my way, this is not the way I want to do things. I've not been brought in to coach Real Madrid like this. So I think it's probably better for him to get out of there, really. Because obviously there was a situation where, they said they wanted a coach, but as Thierry rightly said, I think a couple of weeks ago, they need a manager, not a coach.
And then we see the way that moves forward is Alvaro Arbeloa gets promoted from coaching the Castilla team, the B team, and moved up into one of the biggest jobs in world football. You obviously played with him. He was at Liverpool 2007,
Jamie, come on, give us some
2009.
insight. What's he like?
Wait. Did you get on with him well?
Oh.
Did you have a good relationship with him?
We needed to keep a clean sheet there to make sure we got the most clean sheets in the season. And he was a good player, Arbeloa. He wasn't a great player, but he was a good player. And he started thinking he was a great player. So I just needed to rein him back in a little bit.
Player, what way? What trying to do?
He was attacking too much.
Oh,
he just didn't want to defend, and that was his job, just defend. And let's get our clean sheet. And I think we won West Brom 2-0. I think that day, if Toddy can be, I think we won 2-0, and we got the Golden Gloves for Pepe Reina.
Okay, yeah. It was that you were correct on the score, Jamie. Well done.
And I think it was
there
was three games to go this season, or maybe the second one. That was in May. I'm going to say that was May, or the very end of April.
Well, anyway, was that kind of normal for you with teammates? Just that kind of back and forth. Is that
same in England as well when I joined him?
Then if we look at kind of how life started for Arbeloa at Real Madrid, obviously they had the cup game which didn't go well. They're out of the Spanish Cup now, but then they play in the league against Levante at the weekend. As the players come out, they're booed and heavily.
You are not doing, not what you did or what They booed everybody, by the way. They made a big meal because it was again Vinny. They booed everybody.
But why?
Apart from Mbappe.
Why specifically Vinny Jr. though?
Look, it is what it is. I told you so many times, guys. You play for Barcelona, you play for Real Madrid. It's what you're not doing. You need to. They let you know when they're not happy. They let you know. It doesn't matter what you want or whatever it is. When they feel like they're not happy about something, they let you know.
The reason it's Vinny Jr. because he's the biggest problem there. That's why one of the biggest reasons why the manager lost his job.
Is that true?
So, yeah, the game in Barcelona at the start of this season, which Real Madrid won, he got brought off late in the game. He was obviously trying to shore the game up, make sure they won the game. Vinny Jr. kicks off, throwing his arms about, saying he's not going to sign a new contract if Alonso stays. He then puts out a statement after the game where he apologises to the supporters, he apologises to the players, doesn't apologise to the manager. So that's why Alonso's lost his job, because Perez, then the owner, is terrified that one of the best players in the world will not sign a new contract. And we know it's dispensable at Real Madrid. It's the manager, not the players.
Alonso is his mate.
But that's the way it works. We all know that's the way it works, and that's fair enough. But don't start crying in the tunnel. You're the reason he got sacked. Listen, I know that's the way it works.
A little bit of sympathy.
No sympathy. No, what I'm saying is, you're getting Giga there as well. He's obviously a top young manager, learning his way. I haven't criticised Vinny Jr. for that as such, because that's the way Real Madrid works. Other players have done it in the past, and managers lost the job. Xavi Alonso knows that. He knows what he's going into. But don't start crying in the tunnel.
No, but,
oh my God, come on.
We've all had a little cry.
Yeah, well, don't do that. Well, don't do what he did to Alonso.
Well, what made you cry in the tunnel?
I'm not in the tunnel. I just mean in everyday life.
Okay, you all right?
Jimmy got animated there.
Micah, this might make you cry. Take a look at this. Final scenes.
Put out tonight, they should have won that game. It's not good enough.
Listen, when you are a team that wants to be on the ball, you don't press well. You don't stop counters. And you lost Kyle Walker to recover everything that happened. You're behind the 8 ball.
They used to be able to retain the ball very well, and they're still getting high in the possessions. It's just they can't.
For the first time, like I said to you, Pep used to manage to not make you realize who we lost, who left. Aguero left. I'm not saying it wasn't noticed because Aguero, but you were not missing him. Company, David Silva, whatever. The guy that left now hasn't been replaced. This is why, and we were talking about it a bit before off air, this is why they went to get last year and this year players in January. Because they were not happy with what they recruited before. And that is one of the, if not the first time, apart from last year. But if you don't press well and you don't stop counters anymore, how are you going to stay there? You lose possession, you don't recover it straight away to be able to stay. It's a counter or a goal or a corner. You're in trouble.
We've got some big games for you tonight. Anticipation certainly high all around Europe this evening. We've got previous winners like PSG, Dortmund, Real Madrid. They're trying to stay on track for the top 8. We've got the likes of Sporting, Spurs, Monaco, who are looking to shake up the table again. We're going to take you around the grounds in just a second after this break. Everybody, okay, let's take a quick look at the league phase table for you, and you can see that the race for the top 8, the knockout phase places, and also the avoiding the elimination trapdoor. That's all still in play for 35 of the 36 teams. Arsenal is in first place with a perfect 18 points, and with Manchester City losing at Bodo Glimt tonight, they have clinched a top 8 place. But only 4 points actually separate third place PSG from Bayer Leverkusen, who are all the way down in 20th. And previous winners like Marseille, Juventus, PSV and Benfica, they remain in danger of elimination still. So with so many teams so closely bunched in the table, and every point, every game is just absolutely crucial. I know it wasn't table time, it was the best I could do. Sorry about that. Let's take you over to Denmark, where Copenhagen are hosting Napoli. We've got our friend Peter Schmeichel over there. It feels like a big game, this one, Peter, for both of these two sides.
Yeah, it's a massive game. Before the game started today, they were both in the group that would carry on in the tournament. But because of Bruges obviously winning today, FC Copenhagen are now in the elimination round. And with Bodo Glimt's 3 points today, that's a little bit of pressure as well. Napoli is a place above, so it is a big game. And also for FC Copenhagen, this is the first game in a month they're going to play, a first game that counts for anything. The last game they had was in December, and since then they've had 2 practice games where they literally subbed the whole team at halftime in both games. So that's going to be interesting to see how they react to that. But let me just point to one player who can make a big difference in this game, in the 90th minute. And FC Copenhagen won that game 3-2, and that is why they have a chance to go through into the next round here in this tournament, Kate.
All right, thank you very much, Peter. Good to see you. We'll see you again in a second. So then the league phase race to the knockout round is making that turn into the home stretch. We've got 2 more match days to go, including this one tonight. This is now certainly the time and the stage for the stars to shine in this competition. We're going to get you out for the kickoffs after this break. Before the break, you would have just heard Peter Schmeichel out there in Copenhagen telling us about one of the Copenhagen players to watch. Also on the other side of the pitch, Napoli. We want to, of course, give a shout out to Scott McTominay, obviously having a great time over there in Napoli since moving from Manchester United. I got to speak to him on Kicking It. He was one of our more recent guests on the show. So we're going to show you a quick clip from Kicking It and Scott McTominay.
My life is the same. It's just better food here, better weather here, and that's
better
really
food
it.
than Manchester.
A lot better, yeah. Whenever I first came, people said, "Oh, the food is incredible," and I was like, "It's another myth. It's normal." The Italians, the way that they dress, I thought that was another myth, but I see it firsthand. The food here is incredible, and the weather and the way that they dress, the way that they hold themselves is something that is pretty cool.
This man's talking like British people don't have any style. Micah,
yeah, but Italians have got better style. When I was in Florence, wow, my level went up a notch. Or even 2.
Where do the French fit in the ranking?
No, can I just interrupt?
Yes, sure.
That wasn't my favourite part of the interview.
What was it?
My favourite part of the interview where he mentioned loyalty. Roll red.
It was a mutual thing. There was no ill feeling towards anyone at Manchester United. I've got so much love for them, all the people there. Whenever I watch Man United now, I'm still connected. I still feel Bruno's playing well, and I know Harry and Tom Heaton's still there, and I still want them to do well. And yeah, it's a strange feeling watching, but it's normal. It's part of the life.
So I feel like I'd be different. I feel like if I left the Champions League show, I would hope that the show is a lesser show without me. Do you know what I mean? I would want to feel that. It's like a validation thing.
Hey, I'm only joking. Only joking.
You got plans to leave us, have you?
No, I do not.
Are you doing something else?
You're always trying to push me out, but no.
Are you doing something else, Kate?
What do you mean?
UFC?
Alongside Champions League. Champions League is my home and #1 priority. Yes.
All about me, I see.
Thought she was exclusive.
To CBS
Oh!
and Paramount, and UFC is, well, Paramount is the new home of UFC.
Oh.
So
How many are going to be doing?
we don't know that yet, Micah.
Oh, interesting.